my, what are we about to see here? Oh my, let's see.
What is it?
Remember, I'm going to try and read this correctly this
yeah.
time. Remember, a lot of girls are simply bad in bed due to societal conditioning, SSRIs, shitty diet, lifestyle, drugs, alcohol, self-consciousness, no experience. They can't fuck. You get their clothes off and they're fat, bad tits, can't move well, struggle, can't orgasm, clueless. It's not your job to train these head cases through their issues. Very rarely worth it. Let them be someone else's problem. And what's the phrase that we used to say all the time, or that used to circulate, so that like pussy that you have to chase is not ever worth it.
Oh yeah, that's Rollo's line.
Yeah,
know, any sex you have to wait for is never worth it.
Yeah.
But even just in like what I saw was there's a class showing women how to move. And it's not so much that I fault women for taking a class. They go, I could actually be better in bed.
Yeah.
By all means. I mean, that is a step above. Most girls will never have enough self-reflection to go,
right.
God, I'm kind of bad in bed.
Right.
You know, a girl that takes this step points for her. The vast majority don't know that they're terrible.
Yeah.
Don't care that they're terrible. Or it's a mental thing, not a physical. You know, they have to have the lights off.
Yeah.
They don't like seeing their roll in their stomach. They don't want you looking at them. They don't, or like one guy said, he doesn't have time to deal with girls that don't like cum in their mouth or some other childish bullshit. You know, if you are a higher sex drive guy, you're going to be very frustrated dealing with an average to low sex drive girl. So you do have to find people that are at least, if we're talking about making your life as easy as possible.
Yeah.
That kind of match your sex drive and your experimental and your what would you say, your level of enthusiasm, skills. We feel bad for other people. We really do. We feel bad for other people's sex lives because we're aware of how bad it can be. And even average is pretty bland. Like one guy said, once you're a player and once you're kind of out there and you've experimented a lot or you've been out and about, it's very hard to go back to vanilla.
Right.
And I forgot about that word, which is pretty interesting.
It's a pretty good word.
Yeah, it's a good word. He's like, I can't go back.
Yeah.
You know, once you kind of opened up the Pandora's box, which is it is.
Well, and I will say, like what you're talking about with, she needs to have the lights off. She needs to have, certain conditions. Yeah. She needs to have, things go a certain way.
Yeah.
She's concerned about. I cover all of this in my Fuck Like a Porn Star book and my Fuck Like a Porn Star course because there's so many things that you guys don't think about. You guys are seeing like tits, bouncing in your face while you're banging this girl. She's thinking about the fact that her stomach's rolled up and she feels fat and she's not even like focusing on the sensation of the sexual pleasure. She's thinking about, oh my God, he can see my stomach.
He's looking at my stomach.
And so these are the things that, I want you to be a sex god in your own right, with whoever you're fucking. But I also want you to keep in mind that there are certain levels and ways to overcome those things, whether it be the lights, whether it be the circumstances, whether it be, where she feels most sexy or what positions, to avoid if she's got a little bit of extra roll or something at this moment. There are all kinds of different things that you can put in your playbook that only make you better in bed. So that's all on my Gumroad. Like,
it's in there.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. And it's a good reminder. But in general, and I always tell guys, you can't blame yourself. You get a girl, because there's so much head trash, so many societal pressures and personal experiences. And the third thing is, how is she trying to steer you? Yeah. Does she want you to believe that she's inexperienced? Does she want you to not think that she knows too much? Because I always, and this is from Chateau, is that no girl will open up the first night with her bang me in the ass daddy slut self. That's who she is. Yeah, exactly. It's a red flag. I mean, that's how Royce saw it. Yeah. You need to give it everything you got. If you're going to have a personal best, let it be the first night. Yeah. But she's going to be, if she's healthy and smart, somewhat reserved, and then that stuff will come out down the line.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
but you can almost tell from the first couple times whether she needs like the lights off and she's one and done, and there'll be certain indicators.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot of this through experience.
Exposure.
Yeah, exposure over and over. But again, don't expect a porn star level experience with a girl who's healthy the first couple of times, because she's going to hold that back.
Yeah.
And that's where you misconstrue. These girls go, you know, sex is better in a committed relationship. Well, no, she just needs to like know that you're not filming and are going to release it.
Right.
That's the deal. You know what I mean? So that's how it comes. They don't mind you filming. They just don't want you like putting it out there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Talk more about that. No, I'm just kidding. Don't.